Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 169 of Vanilla to Vixen. We are your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, and also sometimes on best occasions known as
the Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Is that like your Sunday name? If we get called the Naughty Couple, it means we're in trouble.
Absolutely. I never use it midweek. Weekends only. For obvious reasons. We like weekend warriors.
Are we?
Yeah,
I quite like that.
Talking of weekends.
Yes.
I've got a little story to tell you.
Rightio.
About two dwarves.
Right.
Last weekend they went to a swingers club.
Yeah.
For the very first time. They were very nervous. Do you remember how nervous you get when you go to the swingers club for the very first time?
Yeah.
Very nervous. Despite the nerves, they click with two hot, really, really hot single ladies. And they're talking in the bar. And one of the girls suggests that they go off to the playrooms and carry on their fun in the playrooms. So they get there and one of the dwarfs gets all depressed because all the nerves gets to him and he struggles to get an erection and he sits there and he's going, oh no, this is really embarrassing. And then it's made worse because he can hear his friend's voice through the wall. And he's going, oh no, I can hear him now in the next room. And his friend's going, 3, 2, 1, here I come again. Ugh. And he's going, oh no, this is terrible. And he hears his friend again, here I come again, 3, 2, 1, ugh. And he's going, oh no. And all the pressure gets to him and he says, I'm ever so sorry. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm just going to go. So off he goes. He's absolutely on his knees, bless him. On his knees. Off he goes to the secret hotel, calls it a night. And they meet up, him and his friend, the next day at the secret hotel for breakfast. You know, like all these naughty swingers do.
Oh, yes, I have heard.
And he meets him for breakfast. And one says to the other, how did you get on? Absolutely awful. He said, this beautiful woman lay naked on the bed and I couldn't get hard. And his friend says, that's nothing. I couldn't even get on the fucking bed. Oh!
Oh, blimey.
There you go, you see.
That wasn't heading where I thought it was going to head.
You never know. You never know with Vanilla to Vixen. You never know where it's going.
Anyway, Mr. N, have we had any messages this week?
We have had lots of messages.
I love it when we get messages.
We've had lots of messages regarding last week's show, which is always nice.
It means people are actually listening to us.
And it means they've caught up. They've listened to 169 hours of Vanilla to Vixen. They deserve like a little badge.
They do. They do.
And this is a beautiful message from a couple called the North-South Divide.
Ah.
And it says, hello, you two. We're both big fans of the show and have been listening from the very start. What irony, we were sat on the tarmac at Las Palmas Airport on Saturday, waiting to take off after a very naughty week in Gran Canaria. So do you remember last week we talked all about Gran Canaria,
we
PDI,
did. Yes.
and all that? Okay, and they were actually on the tarmac. Lucky devils. And whilst listening to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast, you could suddenly start to talk about the article in the Sun newspaper, PDI being one of Europe's naughty hotspots. Well, I can confirm it is.
Hey!
Mornings spent on the hotel's naked sun terrace surrounded by other fabbers. Afternoons spent at Kiosk 7 Naturist Beach or Venus Star Swingers Resort. Evenings spent at the Cita Centre.
We talked about Cita, yeah.
Cita Centre, CITA, look it up on Google. Upstairs at the meeting in the bars, so upstairs is in the bars, and downstairs at the clubs. All in a shopping centre. How good is that?
So cool, isn't it?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
You talk on your show of how great the social side of Fab is. Well, we met some fabulous people that made our holiday. We had lots of laughs as well as sexy fun. We certainly recommend PDI for some naughty winter sun. So thank you so much, North-South Divide.
Bless you guys. Thank you very much for that.
Beautiful couple.
Yes.
So, yes.
Awesome.
Just goes to show, you see, we know where it's at. Now, we've also had about 3 or 4 messages, one from a single lady, a beautiful email from a couple, but I've not asked permission to read about this one, so I'm just going to keep it very vague.
Yeah.
It's all about body confidence, and the lady said she's new to our podcast. She's absolutely loving it, and she's after a bit of advice. So her and her husband have been married for quite some time, and he was very nervous and kind of approached the idea of the naughty hobby. They sort of started talking and fantasizing about watching her with another man. Mm-hmm. So it's that kind of hot wife dynamic to start off with. And I think they've kind of carried on, but she's concerned about being in an open environment. You know, so it's that body confidence, and they've flirted with the idea of going to clubs, but the idea of kind of big playrooms terrifies her, and it's that concentration thing. And also as well, you are aware that probably for the first time you're in a sexually charged environment with your clothes off in front of strangers.
Yeah.
And that's a terrifying thought.
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
They say that they both enjoy the lifestyle and they want to keep experiencing different things. But basically, have we got any advice for ladies in that predicament?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you spoke to any lady, myself included, we've all been at that stage at one time or another. And I think the thing is not to put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And basically do things at your time frame when you feel comfortable. So if you're not ready to go into a big open playroom where people are watching, then don't.
I think it's very important to, when you've never been to a club in your life, most clubs have 2 different styles of play areas. In most clubs, I'm trying to think, but most clubs have a more open playroom, which they usually revert to as their big playroom.
Yeah.
And most clubs have private, smaller rooms, don't they? So you get the choice in a lot of clubs.
Yes.
So there's always the option to be sexy but still be private.
Yeah.
And it's 2 entirely different situations, 2 entirely different experiences. And even us, after playing for years, I still enjoy both.
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, absolutely, because you get a different atmosphere depending on where you are. Sometimes being in a room just the 2 of us, or if we're playing with other people, can feel quite naughty.
Yeah.
But also being in that open play area where there's lots going on, obviously the atmosphere there is, like you said, very sexually charged. So that can also be very, very sexy.
And it kind of leads on to the message we had again from a single lady that I've not asked to read this out, so I'm just going to keep it very brief. And she basically asks how you keep focus without losing your attention on the other person, because so much is going on around you, and she's concerned that she's going to lose focus. And again, she's concerned about body confidence.
Yeah.
She's very concerned that there's going to be other sexier people there that she might feel intimidated by.
I mean, it is. I think we all feel like that at some point. I think most women would say there will always be somebody that they think is better looking,
bigger boobs,
yeah,
bigger boobs and
slimmer figure.
Yeah.
You get that wherever you go. I think the one thing you have to concentrate on, not necessarily the people around you, but yourself. So try and wear something that makes you feel sexy. There's so many beautiful outfits out there now. So even if you don't want to put something particularly skimpy on, you can wear the beautiful lace cover-ups that you can get, which make you feel a little bit more, or they don't make you feel as self-conscious. You could do that. And I think I think that's where it starts. You need to start with something that makes you feel sexy. We talked about this, didn't we, about underwear?
Absolutely. The netting type.
That's right.
Underwear.
Like the lacy.
Yeah, it's because there's such beautiful woven patterns. In that kind of netting underwear, it kind of gives you different shapes within your body, doesn't it, as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think, and as a woman myself, and for anybody that has been married and has gone through that process of picking your wedding dress, the one that's normally the one that you want is the one that makes you feel amazing. And that's exactly how you need to look at your underwear.
Very good advice.
So find the underwear that makes you feel amazing, because that will give you confidence.
Very good advice. Very good advice.
We try.
I mean, the other thing as well is, and I'm talking from a man's perspective, because we've had a lot of ladies writing. And from a man's perspective, I can tell you now, as a gentleman with experience in playrooms, it really is all about the connection.
Yeah.
Once you're lying on the bed with someone and you are really, really close to them, you kind of lose that view of them from 3 foot away.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing the whole.
Yeah.
Well, you probably are seeing the whole. Wrong choice of words, Mr. N. But you know what I mean. You're not seeing the whole with a W-H-O-L-E, you disgusting lot.
So I have had 2 very different experiences on the big bed at Libs.
Okay.
One where I was playing with an absolutely gorgeous gentleman and was very connected with him, and it was almost like we were the only 2 in the room.
I know that one.
I know you know that one. I think most people know that one. But then I've also had an experience where we've been playing on the big bed and there's been another couple next to us playing, and we've kind of been looking at each other but watching them as well, because it was the most sexiest thing ever. And that it was almost like a chain reaction thing. Do you remember? Everybody on that bed saw what this couple were doing, and it made all of us really horny.
Yeah.
So there are different levels to it.
Absolutely. And again, it's all about connection. It's about, you're not seeing that person from 3 foot away.
Yeah.
So you obviously you will see the figure a little bit, but it just becomes about the connection.
I mean, it is quite interesting if you sometimes just sit and watch for a little while and you see other people's dynamics and their reactions and things. It's quite interesting. But also, obviously, my thing changed because I went from like watching people to then.
You went from being a voyeur to an exhibitionist.
I did, which I never thought I would be, because I was quite shy and thought, oh no, I don't want people looking at me, and I'm not sure I can cope with being in a big room and everything else.
Which is mentioned in a couple of our messages.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just amazing how much it can change you in that way.
So it's just having the confidence to really explore yourself.
Yes.
And just go, okay, I don't think I'm going to feel comfortable with this, but let's give it a go. You don't know what you don't know.
No, and I mean, I think if you watch and you look around, you will see there will be people playing who are solely just in the moment with each other.
Yeah.
But there will be other people playing that will also be connecting with other people that are in the room.
Absolutely, yeah.
So there's no right or wrong to it.
No.
It's just how it happens.
And start off in the little rooms and then try the big room.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But don't plan it. Don't plan anything, because if you plan things, it's not as spontaneous, and that in itself can sometimes not be sexy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Planning's never good.
No.
Set your boundaries.
Not in a sexual way.
No. But set your boundaries. It's very important to set your boundaries and keep to your boundaries. And maybe even when we're talking about boundaries, have that thing where you check in with each other,
Yeah.
even while the action's going on.
Yeah.
And that can be something as tiny as saying, are you really enjoying that?
Yeah, exactly. So if you are watching other people having fun, you can say to each other, oh, look what they're doing. Do you find that sexy?
Yeah.
Then you start to learn more about each other and about what gets you going.
And if your partner's with somebody else, you're doing a full swap, check in with them while they're playing.
Yeah.
So are you enjoying that? And it shows that you are paying attention to them. And that's a reassurance that no matter what they're doing, they're still paying attention to you.
One of the sexiest things I found is if we've been doing soft play with a couple, obviously with each other's partners, but there are hand holdings and there are touching the whole way through with each other. And the connection that you still have with each other is really sexy, even though you may be playing with somebody else. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Good one. Now, we have had another message.
Right.
From the fabulous Mr. Horny.
Yay! Mr. Horny's in the house.
He has found us another venue for V2V.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, are you ready for this?
I am ready for this.
This is going to be... This is absolutely archaic.
All right.
Lightwater Valley Adventure Park in Yorkshire is up for sale.
Is it?
I think they have lots of plastic dinosaurs, hence the archaic.
Right, yeah, I'm with you now.
Prehistoric is probably the word I'm looking for. All we need is a spare £3 million.
Oh, is that all?
£3 million buys us an adventure park.
Oh my God, how cool would that be?
Can you imagine naughtiness amongst the dinosaurs? It might be a bit cold amongst the dinosaurs. The plastic dinosaurs. Might be a little bit cold. I'm
Just a
not
tad.
sure. I might remain inverted. It's Yorkshire in December.
Yeah, I can see a bit of a flaw with that one.
Mr. Horny, you've almost hit the nail on the head again.
It's getting closer. We're getting closer.
You're getting very closer. I'm just not sure if the T-Rex will put me off a little bit. It gives an entire new dimension to the word being eaten while you're eating out.
Amazing.
Now, the main meat of the show, we're 20 minutes into the show. We've not even talked about the main meat of the show.
We have so much to tell you guys.
The main meat of this week's podcast is famous people and actual split-ups.
I know.
And how swinging has affected their relationships, open relationships, swinging, and actual famous people splitting up this week.
Yes.
Which is all in the press. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit, and you can find out which famous couple has split.
Yes.
Because of swinging.
Yeah.
Mentioned.
Maybe.
We shall find out all about that in a little bit. Before we get to that...
Yes.
We've got to mention our V2V Vanilla to Vixen Discord room.
Yes.
And we always have question of the week.
We do. And this week, the question of the week is, if you're planning a big naughty party, what's the theme?
Oh, I think it's got to be... Well, for this week, it's 1940s.
It is 1940s this week.
So Saturday the 8th of November, which is tomorrow. If you're listening to this on the day of release, it's tomorrow, Saturday the 8th of November. It is our Vanilla to Vixen 1940s party at Liberty Elite in Leicestershire.
Is.
And we're dressing up as seamen.
Well, some of us are.
Well, you might be. Or you might be in the army, you might be an ARP warden, you might be, I don't know, all sorts of things.
Yeah, Land Army girl.
Exactly. So it's 1940s. How many themes have we had now? We must have had about...
Oh, we've done a few.
There must be about 20 odd themes we've covered.
They've got to be. We've been doing this malarkey for 3 years, haven't we? So,
we have.
Although we do repeat some of them, which, we think are the really good.
One of my favourite themes was 60s. I like a decade.
The Summer of Love, that one.
That was amazing.
That was really... that's the one I got told I look like Jimmy Savile.
You did.
I don't really want to be reminded of that one, Mr. N. Thank you.
I blame the very pale white blonde hair and the round blue glasses. It was a combination that shouldn't have been. You didn't wear a shell suit, so you got away with it.
No, just about. But that one was good with the music and everything else. And
it was really cool, like a summer of love.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I dragged all of the V2V crew up on the dance floor. We had a group photograph, didn't we, with our wonderful photographer, who will be at V2V tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a photographer as well, so you can have a picture dressed as a seaman.
Oh, God. Here are some of the themes that the people have come up with on Discord.
Okay.
So we have superheroes.
Oh, it's been done.
Do you think?
It's been done. It's a good theme, and everybody likes a cape.
Well, this is true. But I think because they've got all these different ones now with the Avengers and the Marvel people, there's lots out there, isn't there, that you could do with that?
Yeah, I like seeing people's original superhero costumes.
Okay.
Like Supercock Man.
I was going to go with Banana Man, to be honest.
Yeah. No, it's been done. I like the original ones, you know? When people come, somebody came, what was it, Roger, who came with a hammer in his head or something? Or somebody came dressed just in total black.
Yes. Yes. No, they did. You've just it wasn't Roger.
It wasn't Roger.
It wasn't. It was somebody else. But they really thought outside the box, didn't they?
Genius.
It was really genius. I love seeing people's ideas when we do theme events. I really do.
Yeah, I like the original costumes. They're very, very good. Yes. Any more suggestions?
Yeah. So Crimson Rose came up with a few. One of these I know is right up your street, Mr. N. So she's gone for angels and demons.
Brilliant.
Gods and goddesses.
That's good. You could combine that little bit of white sheet, a little bit of
Greek
theme, nice.
That has been mentioned. But her last one is Vikings.
Yes, definitely.
You're up for that, aren't you?
Definitely Nordic. Yes.
Obviously, Harry Potter's been thrown in that one.
Oh, not Harry bloody Potter.
Don't start. You'll upset a lot of people.
I'm the only person in England that fell asleep through Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I've read the book. Well, I've tried reading the book. I read about 10 pages. Now, I read more, but I got bored. And then I tried watching the film and fell asleep.
You're just digging yourself a bigger hole here, honey.
I'm sorry, Harry Potter fans. I'm just not Harry Potter.
Somebody put in Greek myths, but then they said, I don't know how much dressing up that would be.
Yes, Greek myths. I do like the Greek myths.
Lot of naked statues.
Yes, no, I like that one. That's definitely one I'm interested in.
Somebody put a masked ball. I've always actually quite fancied doing a masked ball.
We've done masked balls. Only problem is when I'm looking for the crew, I can never find them.
The other thing is, as pointed out by Mr. Saucy, is they're a nightmare for people that wear glasses.
Yes,
I can vouch for that one. They don't sit right, and if you don't wear your glasses, you can't see anything. So they do play a little bit of havoc.
I think I did Darth Vader on Halloween. And that mask was horrendous.
Did.
I couldn't see a thing.
No, you did. That was awful.
That was a huge mistake. Darth Vader, not doing that again.
We've had cowboys and cowgirls.
Yeah,
that one is quite a popular one.
We've got to copy that next year. Got to do another one of those next year. Very good.
One that I actually really like: emergency services.
No, that's just a girl's wet dream.
Of course it is.
That's not a theme.
Why not?
You're just breaking the emergency glass to get the fire brigade out.
Well, as girls, we love a man in uniform.
What always amazes me is the ingenuity. Is that a word?
Oh, that was a big word.
I don't even know if it is a word, but the ingenious ideas that people come up with. Some of my all-time favourite costumes I remember from various parties. Venus Mars 100, beautiful couple. I remember his Woody.
He did, bless him. He was an amazing Woody.
His Woody is famous.
It is. Interestingly enough, somebody has put up Disney characters.
Yeah, Disney's very popular. And I've seen on Fab Swingers that there is a regular dirty Disney party these days.
Is there?
Yeah, so I think it's Disney characters, but obviously Goofy ends up fucking Minnie or whatever. I don't know. I've never been.
Okie dokie. Here's one for the lovely Mrs. Mother Trucker.
Okay.
High vis and wellies.
she will be definitely moist. She does like a high vis.
She does like a high vis. And actually, talking of the lovely Mrs. Mother Trucker,
Yeah.
it's that time of the show.
Fun Fact Friday. Fun Fact Friday.
If you drilled a hole directly through the earth and jumped in, it would take 42 minutes and 12 seconds to reach the other side.
42 minutes of my life I won't be getting back.
How do people know these things?
42
I'm
minutes.
assuming that that's never actually been done.
I suppose if you drill a hole right through the earth and then jump in, at what point do you sort of fall back through again?
To say, oh, that only took me 42 minutes.
But then, at what point does gravity...
Well, there's one to think about.
I'll be laying awake thinking about that tonight in bed. Brilliant.
So, Mr. N, what's been in the news this week we were going to talk about, weren't we?
Okay, so the big meat of the show this week. It's been in all the major newspapers, in legacy media, as we call it. And I'm ashamed to be reading The Guardian, but I picked The Guardian. So the big couple that have kind of been mentioned in the same term as non-monogamy, polyamorous, and even swinging is Lily Allen.
Yeah.
But then it's not really mentioned as swinging, really. It's more non-monogamy, and they kind of mentioned open relationships. And sadly, they've split up. She split up with her actor husband,
David Harbour.
He was amazing in Gran Turismo.
Oh, we watched that the other day, didn't we? It was fabulous.
Great film, Gran Turismo. Obviously, you know me, I'm into my cars, and it's a brilliant film. Loved him in Stranger Things.
Yes, which the new Series 5 is due out at the end of November.
There you go. See?
Just in case you're interested.
Quick plug. And Lily Allen has just recorded a new album, and apparently it's all full of... I think it's full of therapist reports, to be honest.
Well, people are reading it, aren't they? That this is almost an open letter about her relationship with David.
It does. And her album makes clear that open marriages and consensual non-monogamy may work for some, but things can go very wrong. And I think people are trying to dissect her lyrics, I think.
Yeah, so one of the songs is called Madeline, or Madeline, however you want to pronounce it. And it talks about their relationship being discreet, don't be blatant, there had to be a payment and it had to be with strangers. So it's all very kind of, and I think people are reading into it that her and her husband had a sort of open relationship, but it was all on him rather than her. She didn't actually play with anybody. It was all about him playing with another woman.
Yeah.
And then obviously how the jealousy came in and how they didn't stick to the rules.
She's brought this up. He's remained, I'm going to say, absolutely silent about it.
Yeah, he hasn't commented or anything.
But obviously she has laid everything into her art. And obviously people are now making up their own stories of what's going on. So I'm not reading any more media about it. But I will put it into the context of swinging. And because obviously this is a very public couple, people are automatically going to connect swinging and breakups again. So it almost feels like it sets the time backwards by about 10 years, and we go back to the silliness of, swinging is the end of your relationship, and that's it, it's going to cause you to split up and all this, that and the other. And you just feel that we've gone a little backwards in time this week, because there's been celebrity couples splitting up. And I'm quickly going to mention that there's another celebrity swinging couple that have split up as well. This one's in the Sun newspaper. Marriage split. We were swingers who had first threesome on TV, but jealousy broke us. We couldn't handle that I was the main attraction. And it carries on. A swinging couple who had their first threesome on TV have split, with jealousy partly blamed for the breakup. Adult content creators Jess and Mike Miller earned eye-watering amounts of money per month from being one of the country's top couples on OnlyFans. So again, they're a couple that are not just your occasional Saturday night, let's go to the club. This is a couple that, similar to us, Mrs. N, where it becomes part of your life, in as much as we create events. We have many of the majority of our friends, I would say, are now in the lifestyle or in the naughty hobby.
Yeah.
So it does kind of, you do have to separate it, don't you? You do have to have your private time, and you do have to...
Absolutely. I mean, you know, we haven't gone on primetime TV and had a threesome with somebody.
No, that is true. That is true. We have done a few videos. Let's not talk about that. The pair who shared 2 children called time on their 11-year marriage, which is really, really sad.
That is really sad.
Earlier this month, and now Jess has opened up about the reasons behind their heartbreaking decision. So again, she's kind of made it public. He's kind of kept quiet about it, which is interesting. Some people ask if the job was the ruiner of the relationship, and she mused, I wouldn't say it was the ultimate ruiner of the relationship, but I think there were elements of it that was a problem when it came to the dynamic. Jess went on to say that when it comes to being in a polyamorous relationship, the woman is automatically the main attraction of it, which I completely agree with her.
Yeah.
You know, even when we talk about swinging, swingers clubs, women are always celebrated. They are the stars of the show.
Yeah.
And that can be difficult for guys, you know, especially, you know, if you're, I'm going to say, an alpha male kind of thing. But you do have to get used to kind of being behind your woman, but that doesn't mean that you lose your masculinity or anything. You know, you celebrate the fact that you have a beautiful wife or a beautiful partner, and she gets to be on show, kind of thing. She gets to be a star.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're not a star as well.
Not at all.
But I can understand how guys struggle with that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like I wanted to be the main attraction, she carries on. She says, that's why we always did everything as a couple, and I always wanted to include him in absolutely everything. She added that while she always wanted Mike to feel like her equal, she doesn't think he even saw himself that way because of being a woman in the naughty hobby, basically.
Yeah.
And I feel that sort of ate him up in the end, she continues. So Jess said that while she always wanted Mike to have success on his own, the fact their breakup is apparently turning bitter is a bit of a kick in the teeth. So it's really sad, you know?
I do wonder how much of that does boil down to communication now.
Yeah, and I think also as well the fact that obviously they're in OnlyFans. We know how time consuming digital creation is.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we was with our podcast, and I don't know. I mean, obviously only those two know what caused the actual breakup. But she does mention jealousy in there. And again, that's going to set it back because the newspapers have a field day. A fair play to the Sun. They've been very honest with that story. They've kept it very neutral. I would say they've not used the horrible little terms like, you know, pampas grass and pineapples and all that kind of thing. So they have kept it mature.
Yeah.
But I think, I just think it's really sad because it sets the term back for naughty hobbyists. Yes, of course, you know, if your relationship is on a downward spiral and you decide, let's try and save our relationship with visiting a swingers club. Yeah. You're going to get punished, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It will literally tear your relationship. It will accelerate the end of your relationship.
I mean, we always talk about this, don't we, Mr. N, that, you know, communication is the key. You have to be certain of your boundaries and the rules if you're going to go into the naughty hobby. And I think what happens is with some people is the rules get forgotten a little bit.
Yeah, and we often talk about being honest with each other.
Yeah.
But I think you have to be completely honest with yourselves.
Yes.
So let's take, for instance, the Lily Allen story.
Yeah.
And by the sounds of it, in her album and how it's perceived by a lot of people, it's perceived as she didn't take part in the non-monogamy part.
No, from what I've been reading about it, it was all about him. But interestingly, the way that this was from Vogue magazine, actually, this article, and the way that they've written it, that they've taken it from the lyrics of the song that Lily Allen has written. It's a clear picture of a woman opening up her relationship to appease her sex-addicted husband, only to wind up betrayed and humiliated when he breaks the rules.
That's awful. That's
I mean,
awful.
how can you possibly come to that
conclusion? I've not listened to the album, but I'm sure she's not literally written those words. No,
it's apparently some things that were said were stashing sex toys in a secret pussy place and sleeping with women she knows. Because one of the boundaries was that they never slept with people that they knew. It was always going to be strangers.
So we go back to it's about being honest with yourself, and if you set boundaries, and for instance, if it's just a hot wife dynamic that you're looking at, if you're secretly hoping that hot wife dynamic will turn into full swap because you secretly want to shag another woman, have a word with yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're not being honest to yourself and you're not being honest to your partner. You know, and it's best to say, you know what, I wouldn't actually be against being with another woman, and I do find the idea sexy, but I am totally happy exploring our hot wife dynamic.
Yeah.
And if that's all we ever do, then I'm 100% happy with that.
I mean, you see it all the time, and we've had this conversation many a time where people have said, we love the naughty hobby, we love what it gives us, but if we had to give it up, we could.
It's the thing of it being an enhancement or whether it is the root of your relationship.
Interestingly enough, in this article regarding the song from Lily Allen, she sings she sings non-monogamy. So her narrator concludes the opening of the relationship was ultimately what ended it, a last-ditch attempt at fixing something that was already broken.
She obviously doesn't listen to Vanilla Vixen.
She obviously doesn't, but it is interesting that it kind of concludes that there was already issues there. So it's not necessarily the non-monogamy that has caused the problem.
You can understand if a relationship is, you know, going through problems and there's a monotony there and you're struggling and you are desperately seeking to try and get it back on track.
Yeah.
Why people would try and turn to something that looks fun, it looks new, you know, that you're trying to renew that sparkle.
Yeah.
You know, in your relationship. But if you're doing it because your relationship is shit, and all you're going to do is make things complicated by bringing others into your relationship, and it doesn't matter if they're there for just a short time, even, you know, just half an hour in a playroom.
Yeah.
The memories of what you do with them are going to be with you forever. So you're bringing them into your relationship potentially forever. You know, once you open Pandora's box, it's difficult to shove her back in the box. We've said this before.
We have said this before. But I think we do need to make it really clear to people, if you are considering the naughty hobby, like you've said, Mr. Ent, you need to be really honest with each other and yourself.
And yourselves.
And you also need to have those clear rules. And if those rules are going to change, you need to constantly talk about it.
Absolutely. We've said this 100 times, where sexuality, even your own sexual kinks, will change over time. I guarantee you, you know, you might be thinking about Ronald McDonald dressed in his big yellow thing. Or is that just me?
That's just you, I think.
But next week, that could change and you could completely go off of yellow overalls, you know, and that's what's fun about it, is that your sexual kinks change. You might be into sploshing this week. You know, you might want a dirty smurf.
What?
We had a message about that.
Have we?
We did. Somebody sent me a message. Literally, this is a short one. And it's just, I don't know why. It just says, Mr. N, are you aware of what a dirty smurf is?
No.
Are you not aware, Mrs. N?
Never heard of it.
Okay. I'm actually going to... I admit I didn't know what a dirty smurf was Okay. So I had to go on Google and Google it.
Okay.
The act of heartily packing your significant other's anus or pussy with blueberries and proceeding to fuck her until your cock turns blue.
What the fuck?
Don't say you don't learn anything on Vanilla to Vixen.
Oh my word, I'll never be able to watch Papa Smurf in the same way ever again.
Well, you know, what was the Madame... Was she a French Smurf?
No, you're thinking of the Wombles.
Oh, shit, yeah, I'm getting my Wombles and Smurfs mixed up. How can I do that?
You don't want to get those mixed up, darling.
No. The Wombles were British, the Smurfs were French. I bet those dirty bloody Smurfs were at it all the time. Anyway, before we get sued by multiple... trademarks. Let's move on swiftly.
Yes. So I have a question, Mr. N.
Okay.
Which generation would you expect to lead the way when it comes to polyamory?
Oh, that's a good question. There are different parties for different generations these days.
I see, I get confused. I don't know who's what.
I mean, obviously, I'm a little biased to Generation X because I think we absolutely rock.
That's us, is it?
That's us. How can you not know? How can you get us?
I don't know. There's millenniums and there's all sorts.
How can you confuse us with millennials?
I don't know.
No. Generation X absolutely rocks. We are the last of the genuine hardcore partiers, in my opinion.
So according to indie.com.
Indie.com?
Yes.
I think they do finance things and articles about finance and things.
I don't know, but they have a relationship section.
Okay.
So they actually say that it's millennials, sorry. They say it's millennials and Gen X who are embracing ethical non-monogamy in greater numbers.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think probably Gen Z, they do the non-binary and all that kind of stuff, don't they? But
yeah,
but I still think we rock hard when it comes to.
They do give a good explanation as to why it is those generations that are leading the way. They go on to say that the practice of having multiple consensual romantic relationships at the same time allows people to form connections that go beyond the traditional monogamous model. So millennials make up to 38.2% of users of one polyamorous dating platform, compared to just 5% of Gen Z. Far from being a trend confined to the young, midlife daters are quietly reshaping what relationships can look like, proving that love and connection don't come with an age limit.
Obviously, there's a difference between polyamory and swinging. So I guess Generation X, we don't take things too seriously. We don't take life too seriously. So the swinging kind of thing is more partying and more social and a bit of fun. Whereas obviously they're talking about multiple people being in one relationship, kind of like an open relationship. Yeah.
So it says here that Gen Z women are more likely than any other age group to explore polyamory, while older men, particularly baby boomers, tend to seek non-monogamous arrangements as they get older.
Baby boomer, we're going back to Daddy was a seaman. Now we're talking about baby boom. Oh, no, I'm not sure I agree with all this.
It says, looking at activity on dating apps more broadly, the Sister Wives app. Have you ever heard of Sister Wives?
Never heard of it. No, it's probably American.
Okay, it found that those in their mid-30s to mid-40s are the most engaged, while Gen Z users rank among the least active, trailing only those over 65.
Do you think, though, Gen Z tend to take things very seriously? They take life very seriously, don't they?
Yeah. It is interesting because they do say many young people between the ages of 18 and 24 are still navigating their first serious relationships. So
they're still navigating themselves.
They are. So to add multiple partners into the mix, I think would be very overwhelming, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So the article goes on to say that the ethical non-monogamy comes with certain rules surrounding strong communication, clear boundaries and careful time management.
It's almost like they listened to Vanilla to Vixen.
It is, isn't it? But if you think about it, the Gen Z generation, they haven't really developed those skills, have they? It would be interesting to know with the Gen Zs, as they get older, whether or not they would then follow the same path as Gen X and millennials. Millennials. Why can't I say that word?
I think Gen Zers, they could go completely 180, and it could, everything kind of works on a revolution. And so it could go back to being quite almost conservative and reserved.
That's an interesting thought.
It could do. They could have a whole generation thinking that we're just absolute midlife delinquents. and not want any part of it at all. Who knows?
Who knows?
I think it goes back to what we were saying before in the press about, obviously, Lily Allen. And what was her husband's name?
David Harbour.
David Harbour, that's the guy. I think he's a great actor. Obviously, he's Generation X. He's definitely rock on.
Yeah.
Lily Allen, Generation X, is she? I think she is. Not a millennial. Is she a millennial? I don't know.
Not sure.
In between. She's in betweener. You know, and then you look at the other couple who are OnlyFans, the Millers. They get this blame put on the lifestyle almost, and it was jealousy and the naughty hobby that kind of was an accelerant in the end of their relationship. Which I totally agree, it will accelerate the end of your relationship, but is it really to blame for it? I'm not so sure.
No, I'm with you on that one.
So yeah, you know, I think jealousy is always the potential to be there in a relationship.
Yeah.
But if you go down this path, as we've said before, if you're on that slippery slope, this will rip it right open. And so it's important to establish your boundaries and set your rules and be honest with yourselves as to why you're looking at going into this in the first place.
Absolutely. It all boils down to, as we bang on all the time about communication, and if you're not being honest, or then if one person decides to change the goalposts without informing the other partner, that's where you get all sorts of trouble.
Absolutely. And we've said before, so there's two ways of looking at it. In as much as if you think you're nervous about saying, well, I'm not sure my partner's going to like this. Yeah. There's nothing wrong in sharing your feelings about something, about saying, oh, I find that idea sexy, but I know you won't be comfortable with it. You've got to be honest with yourself and your partner.
And as we've always said, you have to go at the speed of the slowest.
Absolutely.
Don't you?
Yeah, so if you suddenly decide that, you know, you're not then happy with just being in that hot wife dynamic, then it's something you've got to sit down together and say, okay, I was getting something out of this in the beginning, but now I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
And so then you have to renegotiate your contract between yourselves. It's a boundaries, you know, it's what you've agreed together. And sometimes you may have to sit down and renegotiate that and say, you know what, I'm having second thoughts. I'm just not getting as much out of this as I did. Yeah. And it can be that you've been down that rabbit hole.
You're on about holes again.
I am. And it can be that you've done it, and after a while, it can lose its kick. It can lose its excitement. Yeah. And so,
I also think it's really important that you trust your own feelings. So, for example, if we look at when we were coming to the decision for you to play with another woman or as couples, it took me a long time before I felt comfortable with that.
And it wasn't something that I was particularly looking for.
No, but obviously myself, at the time I was carrying a lot of guilt, and what I could have done is to just say, go and play, do your thing, because and I know obviously you weren't particularly looking for that at the time, but
I guess you could say that we actually approached that quite clumsily, didn't we? Really, when you think about it,
I guess we did, but I think the most important thing is I did trust my feelings. So even though I was carrying a lot of guilt, I didn't rush into it, because I think if we had have rushed into it, that would have caused problems, because ultimately I wasn't ready for that, and it would have caused me upset to see you with another woman at the time. So that's how important it is that you listen to yourself and that you communicate that with your partner.
It's and I remember, as I say, at the time probably we didn't communicate as well on when I actually on the night that you said, go off and have some fun.
Yeah, I did just drop that on you, which was so the wrong thing to do.
But it's interesting. Oh well, all's well that ended well. And again, but we make light of it, but it's how you talk about it afterwards.
Yes.
Because afterwards, that could have been like a real nightmare.
Oh, it could have been.
But we were totally honest and with each other, and it was like, that was jolly good fun. And we talked about it afterwards, and you have that reclaimed sex, and it's how you deal with it afterwards.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to be able to just laugh at yourselves.
Yeah.
Because not everything will work swingingly in the naughty hobby.
Hey.
And so you have to just step back and go, well, that was a bit of a fuck up.
Yeah.
And so, it can be very difficult when there's raw emotions in there, but sometimes you do have to go, well, okay, we decided this equally, we went into this equally, and probably just need to take a step back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good advice.
So we will just have to keep on myth busting.
Yep.
And I think the whole celebrity split up thing within the naughty hobby, I do think you have to take it with a pinch of salt. For a start, celebrity couples, what is the average length of lifespan of a relationship of a celebrity couple?
Sadly.
Take away Posh and Bex and you've got no one left. So,
Now, you see Goldie Hawn and what was his name? Kurt Russell.
Yes.
See, they never actually married.
There you go.
They've been together a gazillion years.
Exactly. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, the Becks.
The Becks.
And Posh, and that's what we've got left. So I think you do have to take it with a pinch of salt, and that is our myth busting for this week.
Yes.
We're done with that.
Yeah.
So, keep faith in the naughty hobby.
Definitely. Definitely.
Now, we move on. We've just got time, I think, to talk about events, V2V events for 2026.
It's not that long away, is it, Mr.
It's
M?
not that long away at all. And we're getting quite a few messages that we haven't put it on v2v.uk yet.
Not yet.
So if you're listening to this, we are currently in, November. We're currently in November 2025, and we've not yet put the events up. And there's a very good reason for that. We've got some really, really exciting things happening next year for 2026. So we will announce all the dates and a very big special announcement for the dates for 2026 sometime in December.
Yes.
So a couple of weeks. You've only got a couple of weeks to wait. I know people organise their holidays, bless them, and I know they organise hotels and things. We really appreciate all that. But there are a couple of things we've got to confirm for next year. Trust me, you're going to want to be a part of this. And we will be making a big announcement in December for all our dates for next year.
Yes.
And I think that just about takes us to the end of the show.
I think it does, Mr. N. It's been a pleasure, as always.
It's absolutely been incredibly fun. And I'm off now to see if I can create a dirty Smurf.
Oh my God! Not on me, you're not.
Take care, listeners, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.